Say hello to DraftKings contributor Tim Finnegan. He is here for UFC Chase or Fade, so going to agree or disagree with the following statements about this weekend's UFC Fight Night in Vegas. So, Tim, there are 6 fights on the main card. Let's try to get through them all here. Let's start with the men's welterweight division as Ryan BARBERENA takes on Jason Witt. Now, BARBERENA is a minus 275 favorite. So, Chase or Fade that he comes out on top here versus Witt?
I'm going to chase BARBERENA. Jason Witt has a really shaky chin. 5 of his 7 career losses are by knockout, and they're not like flash knockouts. So like he's been like starched in a lot of these fights. So BARBERENA by KO or TKO on DraftKings Sportsbook is plus 130. That's a pretty good prop bet that you can consider to get the money line down.
All right, up next, the men's flyweight division with Ryan Benoit battling ZARRUKH ADASHEV. Now, Benoit is a minus 140 favorite, but you can get plus 165 odds for him to win by decision. Chase or Fade that you see the fight going that way?
I'll chase the decision here. So 4 out of Benoit's last 5 fights have gone to the decision. And ADASHEV's opponent throws low volume. He's landing under 2 significant strikes per minute. So his pace is slow. And a slow pace is good for a decision because there's less strikes being thrown. There's less of a chance of a strike landing to finish the fight. So I'll chase a decision here.
All right, moving on. The women are going to take center stage in a strawweight bout between Cheyenne Buys and Gloria DePaula. Now, Buys is a minus 170 favorite, but you can get plus 800 odds to have her win by KO, TKO, or DQ. So chase or fade, those odds are high enough for you to be interested and take that bet.
I'm going to fade the knockout here. So only one of Baya's career win is by knockout, and that was in her first pro fight. Like DePaula has good striking defense numbers too, both on a rate basis and total absorbed. She's avoiding about 70% of opponents' significant strike attempts and only taking about 1 significant strike per minute. And because they both weigh, it's such a light weight class, 115 pounds, there's less force behind the punches because there's less weight behind the punches. So I'm going to fade the knockout in this fight.
All right, so the co-main event features Kong Kyung-ho versus Rani Yahya in a bantamweight bout. This is pretty tight here. Kyung-ho weighing in as a minus 120 favorite. So chase or fade that the right man has the favorite tag in this fight.
So Kong has a significant reach advantage, just about 6 inches. And Yahya's a submission threat, but his takedown defense, at least on a rate basis, is really bad. He's only stopping 24% of opponent takedown attempts. So if I'm going to go with Kong here, I just think that reach advantage and the poor takedown defense are the factors that could push the fight in his favor.
So the main event is a middleweight fight between Uriah Hall and Sean Strickland. Hall is the underdog here. Strickland is a minus 200 favorite. So chase or fade that Hall is going to find a way to pull the upset off.
Hall can definitely pull off an upset. So I'll chase that he has a chance. He has a lot of knockout power. 8 of his last 9 wins are by knockout. I mean, one of those was kind of fluky with the Chris Weidman fight when Weidman snapped his leg in half. But Hall has legit knockout power, and Strickland has been knocked out before. He got knocked out not that long ago. So Hall by knockout on DraftKings Sportsbook is plus 300. That's a prop bet that you can consider. I still would favor Strickland in this fight, but Hall totally has a chance because he has that knockout power.
Finally, Tim, let's get your favorite DFS play for UFC Fight Night. What's it going to be?
So Niklas Stolze, we talked about him earlier in the segment. He's only 7,000 on DraftKings, and despite that cheap price tag, that's the 4th cheapest price tag, he's a minus 200 favorite on DraftKings Sportsbook. And the reason for that is because he's getting a late replacement fight. His original opponent had to pull out during the week after the pricing was already set. So it's really rare that you see a minus 200 favorite this cheap. So I would just lock in Stolze at 7,000 on DraftKings.